Hello, my name is Colin Harmon and I've put a jumper on to make it look like a different day from the last video, but it's not the different day, it's the same day, but I'm a movie pro. So I'm going to talk to you now about grinders. So a lot of people say to me, do I need to buy a grinder? And I'm like, if you're enjoying your coffee at home, then no, just keep doing what you're doing. Standards are a terrible thing. So if you suddenly get to the point where you're not really getting as much out of the coffee as you'd like, then you need to start grinding your coffee yourself. So at the moment you can get coffee ground. This is not ground. In really good coffee shops, you can get it ground in a line and sent to you from an online web store, all that kind of stuff. But the problem with grinding coffee is that it's like chopping up vegetables. As soon as they're chopped up, they start to oxidize and all the flavour loses out and they go dry. So freshly ground coffee is better than ground coffee. But once you have ground coffee, if you can roll up, push all the air out of it, keep it sealed, away from light, it'll last a lot longer. Some people put it in the freezer, wouldn't be mad at that myself, but that's up to you. So, ground coffee aside, this is what most people do next, is that they get one of these things, which is like a whirly blade grinder, see that? These are about £8, I'd say. They're just really cheap. I don't really know how much they cost. These are fine, they grind your coffee fresh, but what happens is, because of the nature of that blade just whipping around, what ends up is that you end up with really fine coffee and really coarse coffee, okay? The problem with that is that the fine coffee will extract much faster than the coarse coffee. So you end up with a very uneven extraction. Now, that's the downside. The upside is that you're grinding fresh, so that there's more flavour in there. So to balance off in a way, so if you're getting good coffee with this, then stay with it. It's a cheap, accessible way to do it. I would maybe try to shake it as you're doing it, or do little bits at a time and then empty it out. Maybe sieve it, but then you're wasting some coffee. But definitely be conscious that you're going to end up with lots of different grind sizes, and it's hard to control what the grind sizes are. So, but if it's good, stay with it. Standards are an awful thing. Next thing is this guy. This is a Commandante grinder. Now, there's lots of hand grinders. I think we sell one at about £60 or something. This one's probably closer to £2.50, but it is a really good one. The Commandante has a burr set in it, okay? Now, a burr set is like two discs that sit on top of each other like this, and the distance between the two discs dictates the size of the coffee that comes out of it. That makes sense? So if they're really close, the coffee's really fine. If they're really far apart, coffee's really coarse. Now, that makes your coffee really even, and then you extract evenly. Make sense? So better than the whirly brain grinder. This one, the downside is this. There's no coffee in this one, obviously. But it's a bit of a chore. Not too much. This one's got a nice elbow, which gives you a bit of leverage. Means you've got to grind every morning. I like this. Also, the thing is you can stick it in your bag and bring it on holidays with you. It's really portable. It doesn't take that long, but I mean, if it bothers you, then you need to move on. Standards are a terrible thing. This is one of many home grinders you can get. This is called Niche. We actually don't sell this one, but this is one I use at the moment. I'm kind of trialing at the moment. I really like it. But we have many other similar ones at 3FE, and you can get lots of really good coffee grinders at home. If I was buying a coffee grinder for home, I would make sure that it grinds for filter. Some are espresso oriented. That's fine if you're making espresso. But at the very least, I'd get one that you can use for filter coffee. This one can. We have lots of ones on our web shop that you can grind for filter coffee. Again, they have those burr sets, and it's just quieter and simpler. This thing, just press the button, walk off, come back, and your coffee's ground. And it means that your coffee is fresh, it's freshly ground, you get uniformity in the grind profile, and I mean, you can spend anything from like £200 up to €2,500 really on a grinder for your house. And to be honest with you, like with all the other stuff, I'd say that if you're enjoying your coffee at home, learn a little bit more, make it a little bit better, but just, be careful of the rabbit hole, because, one day you're just, upgrading from this thing, and next thing you're spending, the price of a family car, kitting out your house on coffee equipment. So yeah, I'd say this is the top of the range. The ground coffee is the starter point. It's not about intelligence, it's not about, taste or anything, it's just about exposure, so the more you drink this, the more you get to a point where you're like, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go up a level, and that's all it is. Really. So have a bit of fun with it. When you get bored of what you're doing, step up. If you need any help or advice, jump into the comments, ask us on our intercom thing on the 3FE website, or pop into one of the shops, and the guys will be more than happy to help you. And enjoy your coffee.